Hello and welcome back to the Flack fam. This week we're going to do something a bit different.
That's right. Not only are we going to do something a bit different, but this will also be a bit of a different style of video, more along the lines of a vlog, but not quite vlog style and not quite a review or recommendation video.
Kind of an amalgamation of all of those things, really.
That's true.
This week we're going to take you along on a trip we just took to Las Vegas, where Olivia's soccer team was invited to play in the Las Vegas Invitational Tournament.
For those of you who have been watching our videos for a while or even following us on social media, you might remember early last year, Olivia was injured playing indoor soccer.
Her pain persisted for months, and when we finally saw a doctor, we found out she had a broken back and she had to spend the next few months in a core immobilization brace, and she couldn't play soccer at all. It was devastating to her.
If you saw our last Volcano Bay and Horror Nights videos, you might have noticed her wearing that brace.
Long story short, we didn't think she would heal or be able to play until later this year, if ever. But to our surprise, and because of her tenacity and drive to get back to it, she muscled through physical therapy and was cleared to start playing again in February of this year.
So this tournament was her return to the love of her life, and it was a lot of fun to see her play again.
Okay, so let's just jump into this. From where we live, Las Vegas is just a short 5.5 to 6 hour drive, and even though I begged to fly, we decided to drive because it was closer than most of the out-of-state tournaments she's attended.
So we packed up the car, filled up the cooler with snacks, and set off for Vegas. On the way down, Olivia did a ton of schoolwork, and I got to listen to Justin take calls from his work. But it was all good, because I got to enjoy the beauty that is Utah. From the Rocky Mountains up north to the Red Rock of southern Utah, and the amazing Virgin River Canyon.
We've traveled to a lot of gorgeous places, but whenever we take a minute to see the sights around our home state, we're reminded of what an amazing place we live in.
Once we could see the city of Vegas rise from the desert, we started to get anxious to be done with the drive and get out of the car, but I swear that last few miles were the longest of the whole trip.
We arrived at our hotel and I had a bit of a selfish moment. I'm not proud of myself. I know I can be picky about how I travel. I will admit to my snobbery.
Let's back up and tell everyone that when you attend most out-of-state tournaments in the US, they are referred to as stay-and-play events, meaning your entire team has to stay at one of a few hotels that are sanctioned by the tournament organizers. So we didn't have a lot to say in where we stayed. Justin was really hoping to stay on the Strip where he normally stays, but we were just off the Strip, literally one street off the Strip in a bit of a sketchy part of town.
I'm sorry to say that I was so frustrated when we got there that we didn't even take footage of the room or the hotel. I will admit that in the end it wasn't as bad as I expected, so I hope you can all forgive me for the lack of a room tour.
I'm sure we all forgive you. After arriving, we rested while Justin paced in the room on the phone with work. When he finally hung up, the rest of our weekend was racing to fields and trying to eat in between games.
Don't forget trying to stay warm. Who expects to go to Vegas only to find it colder than Salt Lake City?
It's true. I'll correct myself. We pretty much spent the weekend freezing and trying to get warm while watching these girls battle against the frigid 20-knot winds.
They played really well, but most importantly, despite getting tired faster than she used to and being in a brace for the better part of last year, Olivia got right back into it and played really well.
Unfortunately, they missed the finals by a point, but that's okay because this team is fairly new playing together, and all in all, they did really well.
Yep, that's soccer, but you're here to hear about Vegas and all the fun things to do. Sorry, but that wasn't our weekend, and that's why this video was different, but we did get to eat at some really fun places.
The first restaurant we ate at, we loved. It was called Lazy Dog, and it was delicious. Oh, it has a bone for a handle. Because it was our first time, they gave us a complimentary basket of their homemade garlic waffle chips, which were amazing. As were our entrees, a cheeseburger, a bacon blue burger, and a Thai peanut salad. We would highly recommend this restaurant. The menu was full of delicious sounding and looking items, and for those of you that are interested, they have a full bar with an extensive cocktail and beer menu.
The next place we want to talk about was right next to our hotel and was super convenient after a game that ended at 10:30 p.m. Its name was easy to remember but a bit misleading. This place is called Tacos and Beer, but their beer menu was overshadowed by their 20-page book of tequilas and mezcals. This place was amazing. We liked it so much we ended up eating here twice.
A lot of that had to do with time and convenience though, but yes, it was amazing.
We enjoyed the carnitas, the al pastor, carne asada, and the barbacoa tacos. And honestly, those tacos only scratched the surface of what they had to offer. For sides, we had black beans, cilantro rice, corn salad, and grilled jalapenos. If you're looking for something off the strip with amazing food and service, you'll absolutely have to stop here.
We also ate lunch at Jason's Deli in between the two games. This used to be one of our favorite quick eats when it was in Salt Lake City, so we were excited to be able to go. If you've never been to a Jason's Deli, it's home to the biggest baked potato and Mufaleta sandwich that we've ever seen. Seriously, the potato is almost the size of a football and then smothered in broccoli cheese soup. It's delicious.
Okay, so you obviously know what Beth got. I, on the other hand, got a quarter Mufaleta sandwich, which is still too much. And if you're asking yourself, what the heck is a Mufaleta? It's a famous Italian sandwich that was invented in New Orleans with ham and salami, provolone cheese, and olive tapenade on crusty bread. I know I'm not doing it justice. They're really good. Olivia decided to carb load with some kind of pasta, but I honestly can't remember what.
I think it was chicken fettuccine alfredo because that's her go-to.
All this time in Vegas and we hadn't made time to head over to the strip. So on our last day, we did a whirlwind tour since it was Olivia's first time in the city.
We parked at the Venetian, one because it was convenient, but two, we were planning on stopping at the shops there because they used to have a basin store and I was running low on some things. But to our disappointment, the Basin White store has permanently closed.
We headed out from the Venetian and crossed the street towards Caesar's Palace. I always forget how huge that place is. Our first destination was to go to the conservatory at the Bellagio Hotel and see their latest installation.
Another disappointment. Well, not a complete disappointment, but still sad. They were in the middle of installing it and we were only able to see it from afar. It was being decorated to celebrate the Year of the Tiger and it looks like it's going to be gorgeous when it's done.
We continued down the street toward the MGM Grand, where we quickly went through the M&M and Coke stores because we didn't know what else we could do that was kid-friendly in just the short time that we had.
Recycle.
Wire.
How much is he? Wow, he's $30. These are cute. You? No.
This is who we decided Olivia was.
Wake up, be awesome, right? Oh, that one, we were deciding maybe that one was Abby too, yeah. As we finished there, we considered having brunch at the Hard Rock Cafe, but ultimately headed to the Planet Hollywood because we knew they had an Earl of Sandwich there, and we were really craving a holiday turkey sandwich and pizza bread. Oh, these guys are Pepsi. Where's my cherry Coke?
Once we were full on delicious sandwiches, heading back to the car with Olivia was a bit interesting.
Look at those palm trees and the airplane.
Because this side of the street was a lot more crowded, and she definitely had her fill of knockoff Disney characters asking if she wanted her picture with them. People trying to get you to purchase show tickets or club admissions, and of course, all the half-naked people.
Baptism by fire, I guess.
After getting back to the Venetian, we walked through the shops and stumbled upon their Year of the Tiger installation, which was almost as impressive as the one at the Bellagio, but it had one thing going for it.
What was that?
It was finished.
Good point.
Cute little donut shop. It's not a donut shop, it's batteries.
Nectar batteries.
We timed our departure to be heading out of town just after the NASCAR event started so that we could avoid traffic. Our timing was right because the drive out of the city was smooth sailing. Why do you do this?
Why?
Do you know why you do this?
It's good to have people in the picture.
No, it's not. Or red cliff.
Is that right there where it is? Wow.
That's where you go under. Maybe not.
Yeah,
That's
there's
where
the
you go
hole.
under.
Oh
The
my
hole.
God. There's the hole that you drive through. There it is, right there. To get to Red Cliffs. Oh, what makes me want to go back there? Although all that cold air and wind we had in Vegas had found its way to Utah, but by the time it got there, it had developed into a snowstorm that had dropped the temperatures and left things a bit icy.
In the end, we made it home safe and sound with a strong desire to go camping in all the places we had driven through and maybe even head out for another weekend in Vegas.
Isn't that a movie?
I'm sure it is.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button.
While you're here, make sure you leave us a comment because we like it when you say hi.
Have a great week. Bye.